everybody to another episode of V-Time, episode 117. I'm pretty sure it is. Maybe not. Maybe we'll see. Who knows? Because he didn't try last time.
Look, the fact that it was even a stable in the first place is a marvel in itself.
I need to train you to actually be talkative. Damn. Anywho, we got an interesting episode for you today. A lot of stuff happened. Boost Set 3 finally started. We kind of finished Lyrical. We're not going to cover all the Lyrical cards that were kind of, stagglers. Just because there's a couple of them and, why waste time on them?
Yeah. I mean, they're probably never going to make the cut. Most of the stuff
There's some cards that are decent, but none of them are impressive.
Exactly.
So for that, we're just going to cover everything else. And I think that's about it. We don't have much news in the Vanguard community happening right now.
A lot of V Premium stuff, though.
Correct. Like always, you guys have been part of it. So, but before that, if you're interested in buying any cards, from TCG Player, please use our filling down below.
Your purchases through this link help support the channel so we can bring more great videos like this straight to you guys.
And with that scripted part of the way, let's go straight in the league, starting us off straight into Tuesday, just because, Bermuda SP's covered Monday. We got some interesting promos for V Premium and Standard. And the first one we're actually going to talk about is a Murakumo Grade 2. We have Stealth Dragon Juon Chanter. Auto at the beginning of your ride phase. Counterblast 1, choose one of your units, search your deck for up to one card with the same card name, call it to rearguard, and shuffle your deck. Yes, it can target itself.
It's a Vanguard skill, by the way.
Yes, correct. Thank you. Act rearguard. Once per turn cost, put a normal unit from your drop zone on the bottom of your deck. Choose one of your other units, and until the end of turn, this unit's name becomes the same as that unit, and this unit gets boost. So it's a weird-ass Metamorphox with boost.
You know what would have made this card great?
What?
If it was a Stealth Fiend.
Did we already cover Stealth Fiends? Yeah, if it was Stealth Fiend, you're not wrong. But still, it's overall not bad. Like, Metamorphox already broke Murakumo a bit, so this is just another Metamorphox card that does put stuff to the bottom.
Yeah.
And gains boost. So overall, it's honestly not a bad card.
It's decent.
And it, gets you a free rearguard for a CB at the beginning of ride phase. So for certain effects, that's actually really good.
I mean, it can search itself, so.
Overall, not bad.
I mean, what did you talk about? A good card, though.
Gray and blue, of course they would.
Brandish Francis?
Yep.
Yes. Auto, when this unit attacks, discard the top 2 cards of your deck, and this unit gets power +5 until the end of battle. So
there's only a rearguard ability.
So Ruin Shade.
Yep.
Auto, when this unit is retired from rearguard by your card's ability, cost Soul Blast 1, bind this card, choose a card of the same name as this from your drop zone, and call it to rearguard. This is amazing in Night Rose. If you do your whole, I'm going to keep milling, and it mills itself.
The only reason I say it's not good in right now is because it's only a 14 and 19 attacker. That's about it.
Put it on a Protect 2.
You really want to run Protect 2 in a deck that says, hey, this won't kill it.
Even still, if you poke enough, right? If you keep going until they hit a trigger, and then you can start doing into your combos.
Not to mention discard.
I mean,
I like the mill effect more than I like the other one.
I think it's a really good card.
I say potential, but there's better cards. Anyways, we're moving on to the Tuesday proper stream for the other cards for Overdress, and we got to see Brent Gate's double rares and Stoicheia's double rares. So I'm going to cover Brent Gate real quick. We have a grade 2 first rare, Aurora Ball Princess Survey Vermilion. She's, simple grade 2, but a very interesting effect that can do some foreshadowing because auto rearguard once per turn when your opponent's card is placed on rearguard from your order zone, Soul Charge 1.
This is mandatory.
Yes, it is mandatory, but it is also only a once per turn. So, it's only one Soul Charge mandatory.
I'm waiting for somebody to just deck out because of this effect's mandatory. It's going to be hilarious.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. Overall, more Soul Charge, which we'll see here in a bit why. The double rare. It's a grade 3 double rare. And honestly, not bad. I actually like it. We got Aurora Bella Princess Execute Lemonun. So we had Lemonade, we had Lemon, and we now have Lemonade.
She did you bold.
Pretty much. She did you bold in a very powerful grade 3 because the ability is auto when this unit attacks, Counterblast 1 Soul Blast 3, choose up to 3 of your opponent's rear guards and imprison them in your prison. If 3 or more of your opponent's cards are imprisoned in your prison, until the end of battle, this unit gets power 10k, and if there are 5 or more, this unit gets critical +1, which means it's a 23k double critical attacker all on its own.
Yeah. I think the fun part about this card is if you have this with Snow, it's essentially Counterblast 2, Soul Blast 3, take your bonus board.
Pretty much. And we always seen a lot of cards in Brentgate that not only hit board, but now they hit hand, they hit drop, they even hit the top of the deck with that promo. So getting the 5 requirements is honestly not hard anymore. Overall, a really good double rare, and you know, pressure, because Snow always had pressure with triple drive. Now the rearguard has pressure.
Exactly.
Your turn.
Oh boy. Stoicheia leaks.
They are from Magnolia,
They are
but
from-
yes, they are Stoicheia.
Yeah.
So
Well-
technically you can run this in.
Yes.
You could oh my god, you can Zorga this!
Yes, you can. Or foreshadowing, you can run this with Derp Storm because it is technically Aqua Force. It could matter.
It could.
Regardless, let's talk about it. It's a grade 1 order in search of an ideal far away. Choose one of your units. Until the end of turn, it gets auto. When your other unit attacks, it gets power +5 until the end of turn.
I mean, it's simple, straightforward. It's definitely meant for Magnolia, because Magnolia can get 6 attacks, which means you put this, let's say, on a Care Bear. There's 1 attack. Does it say units?
Yep.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4 attacks, which means Care Bear is going to get overall, because of Magnolia as well, 25. And then it swings. Yeah, it swings and gets fucking 35 to something.
Yeah.
So overall, this is a really good card. And then in Zorga, like I said, it is still a normal world. Or technically, you can give one unit the ability to gain another 10k.
Yeah. But I don't know if you're going to waste an order slot for that. But I think this is going to be really good if the new ride line actually plays like Aqua Force. And
I do want to mention one fun part. You can technically slap this on the Vanguard effect.
You can.
Because it's also a Vanguard rearguard effect.
Yeah, just make a Vanguard really swole.
Hey, you never know, Dipstrom.
You Derp Storm, yeah. Because if it plays like Aqua Force, you're going to have a lot of restanding and swinging rear guards. So
It just depends if you want to make your rearguard big or do you want to make your Vanguard big.
exactly.
Anyway,
Speaking of making things big, Sylvan Horn,
shit.
Beast King, Gabreg. Grade 2. Auto when your other unit in the same column as this unit attacks. Cost Soul Blast 1, and this unit gets power +10 until the end of turn. Then choose all of your opponent's rear guards, and for the battle that this unit attacked this turn, your opponent cannot call cards with the same grade as the chosen units from their hand to guard circle.
yeah, this is definitely only for Magnolia.
Yeah.
Unless Dipstrom kind of attacks from back row, but
Yeah. But yeah, this is a really good finisher because, you know, depending on what your opponent gives you, you can really screw them
like
up.
most people will have minimum 1 grade 1 in the back row to kind of boost. There's not a lot of decks that just don't like. Granted, there's stuff like Bastion and Overdress with just grade 3s or Overdress units, so they're not going to be many grade 1s. But for the most part, hey, if there's a grade 1 in the back, no PG.
I mean, this pretty much replaces the ride line grade 2 for Magnolia in the deck because he gets the same amount of power for the same cost, but at least you have a guard restrict on top of it.
I will say, from the little playtesting I saw you guys did, fuck Soul.
Oh yes, Soul is a major problem now. So
Elephant
Elephant is a staple. Yep. Until we see a better Soul Charge.
good. So you got to put him in a column where he can actually do shit,
Exactly.
which you never did.
Moving on.
We got another promo for Dragon Empire Overdress. Not Overdress the deck, Overdress in the sense of the era.
Yes.
We got Drag Raider Antar. He's a 7k grade 1. Auto rearguard. When this unit boosts a rearguard, if your opponent has no units in the same column as this unit gets 5k until the end of that battle, making it a 12k booster or attacker. So this is definitely a Eugene-esque card. Yes, you can run it in Overlord. Yes, technically you can run it in Overdress, but Eugene can utilize it the best, in my opinion.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it's a 12k booster. That's,
I mean, 12k booster is 12k booster. Good sir. We've seen Eugene play, and just having good number columns is good because you're taking resources from your opponent's field.
fair. And it's not a cost for anything. He just does it.
Exactly. So overall, not a bad promo considering.
Yeah. Speaking of
This
really good-
shit.
Oh my god.
That's not a promo. That's actually a
I
card.
know.
That's
This
set.
is really good.
Go for it.
So got another grade 3 order for Keter. Surprise.
Well, this one's more for Hexorb, but can be
Yes.
played in any kit.
Exactly. Wish for tomorrow. Counterblast 1, Soul Blast 1. Reveal a crit or a front trigger from your hand to play. If your opponent's Vanguard is Grade 3 or greater, draw a card, put the revealed card on the top of your deck.
Yep. Yeah, this can be played in any fucking deck. You can play it in PvD, you can play it in Bastion. It's definitely meant for Hexor for the simple fact, like, you use this ability and you use another Cannon Blast and another Soul Blast. Yes, it's hefty, but you put basically 2 crits or 2 fronts on the top of your deck because of your Persona Road.
Yep.
And you just go high, burr, poof.
Pretty much.
Now this one is definitely meant for Bastion.
Oh, yeah. Heavenly Shield of Convergence Felicia? I'm going to say that. Act. If you Persona Road this turn, cost Counterblast 2 and retire this unit. Choose up one of your Grade 3 units and it gets an extra drive until the end of turn.
I mean, it's a fucking good effect. It's a good cost because Counterblast 2 is a good cost to not make it broken.
Yes.
I retract my statement, actually. It can be ran in anything. Like, yes, it's more for Bastion, again.
Mm-hmm.
But,
yeah, you can throw this in Exor if you
I mean,
really
you're
want.
already saving 2 CB for Exor because of Lepisto, because you want that multi-attacking combo. But if you don't have Lepisto and you have this, why not give Hexor 4 drive checks?
Or put this in, what's his name? Phantom Blaster Dragon. Just give it an extra drive.
Yeah. Overall, not a bad card for a common. The cost is necessary for the ability.
Yes.
Anyway, moving on. We got some Dark State leaks now. It's very interesting to see these because we saw the Brain Gate, we saw the Stoicheia, which granted those were double rares, but then we saw, Keter just be fucking insane in their card reveals for our rare and a common.
Yes.
And then we see Dark States and it's like, that's not whelming at all.
I feel like this is a foreshadowing.
This could be for Godfather Dragon, I do agree, so we'll see. But overall, they're kind of meh, because we got a Grade 2 Piercing Assistant. 10k, 5k shield, normal, everything, but her ability is auto rear guard once per turn. When you soul charge by card's ability, if your Persona Road this turn, cost Counterblast 1 and draw a card. So, I mean, you got a Persona Ride. You have to wait. I say waste a CB correctly in the sense of CB is a very important resource for both Bear, Magnus, and Bruce right now.
Mm-hmm.
And then yes, you draw a card, but you can do the other things with that CB.
Exactly.
And then we have a Blitz Order for Dark States. It's a Grade 1 Blitz Order. If your soul has 4 more cards, soul charge 1, choose one of your opponent's Vanguards, and it gets -5 until the end of that battle. So it's a 5k shield for a soul charge.
Yeah.
Again, I feel like there's some foreshadowing here for Godfather Dragon, but at the same time, I wish it was like until the end of turn at least, because there are some restanding units you wanted to go -5.
Well, it has to choose a Vanguard, so.
Let's see, even more. Choose one of your opponent's attacking event. Yeah, fuck.
Yeah.
Like I don't get it. Maybe there's something missing.
Maybe.
We'll see.
Exactly.
Moving on though. More Dragon Empire and fuck Blaze Maiden.
Blaze Maiden Teresa. Auto, when this unit attacks hits, cost Counterblast 1, choose a card with the Overdress ability from your drop zone and put it back into your hand.
This is only a Vanguard ability to make it clear.
Yes.
This would have been amazing Vanguard ability for a ride line.
I mean, still though, it's the fact that it you just plus.
Yeah,
Because it doesn't retire yourself or anything. Just
like early game, you can just ditch an Overdress unit and then rush with this, Counterblast 1 and give that Overdress unit back.
Or you just use the ability of the red line, get the Grade 2 to your hand, and then you use the order to ditch it to draw 2 and use this to get that one card back.
Like there's combos here. Connor's been already contemplating how to use it. Like this is definitely a this is a weird card. This can be put in any Overdress deck. You just got to be specific in what you want. The other card we're going to cover here in a second is more for the Urger multi-attack build. Jesus fucking Christ.
Blaze Stick Monk Shakun?
Yep.
Auto, when your Grade 0 rear guard attacks, cost Counterblast 1, retire this unit, and the attacking unit gets power plus 10,000 to the end of battle.
Yep. Like I said, this is more for, that.
So if you wanted your Trickstar to hit, that's how you do it.
Like, look at this way. It's just Counterblast heavy, but put this in the back row. Have the Grade 3 to retire something calls the Grade 0 out. You don't even have to have a booster now behind Trickstar. You just go, all right, I'm going to, another Counterblast. But then Trickstar is a 15k, on a Persona Ride is a 25. You put the correct booster behind it, it's a fucking 38.
The Counterblast isn't even cost because if you're going to Urger that turn, you're going to countercharge.
Exactly. So it makes the multi-attack Trickster Urger combo more viable for more cost. Because before it was a problem, like if you didn't Persona Ride and you didn't have a booster grade 1 behind the Trickstar wasn't hitting for shit.
You guys now they have everything?
Yep. See, this is how you do banter back and forth instead of reading card after card after card.
Moving on.
After card after card after
Oh, look at
card
that. We
after
got to
card
the
after
end of
card
Overdress
after card.
leaks. We're going to start talking about
Have we
V-Series.
really?
Yep, that was the end.
No, we didn't. Jesus! Fuck! Alright.
Yeah.
Granted, we are only looking at 2 cards at a time instead of like before with Bermuda,
Yes.
3 cards at a time. Bermuda. Lyrical, 3 cards at a time. And we did skip Monday because they showed Lyrical SP, so I can get it.
Yep.
But we got, what, 5? I want to say 5 days worth of V-Era cards.
Oh, yeah, we got a lot of these stuff to talk about.
So we're going to scroll up real quick. Try to find, I think it does
It's
start
that.
here. Yep. And we're going to start with a nifty Nova Grapplers and Alex's favorite mechanic with Cat Butler. Yay. All right. First off, we got the grade 1, Raptor Riser. Auto Vanguard, when placed, choose a Battle Riser from your soul and you may call it to rearguard. So you basically just call it a starter. I'm going to assume it's a starter, right?
Yes.
it's a Vanguard
Battle Riser
build.
as a starter.
Yeah. Act rearguard once per turn. Cost Cannon-Blast 1. Put a rearguard into your soul. Search your deck for up to 1 Riser card from your deck with a grade equal to the grade of the card put into your soul for this cost. +1. Call it to rearguard and shuffle your deck. I gotta reread that one more time because I had to read the ability properly. Because, disclaimer, the abilities where we're reading them from are very abbreviated. They're not the official effects. So what's here on text and what we're reading might not be matching. So I'm doing my best to read it as a Vanguard effect would have been. Because there is very specific wording in Vanguard effects that usually follows, patterns.
You right.
Let's see here. Cannabis 1 put a rearguard. So search your deck for 1 Riser card equal to grade +1. Call it to rearguard. Okay, so basically, if you put a grade 2 into soul, you get a grade 3 to the board.
Yes.
So it's a multi-attacking. Oh no, it's an active rearguard ability. So basically, it's Time Leap.
Yes.
It is fucking Time Leap and Risers.
Yeah.
You proud, Eric? Anyway. Oh,
Yeah.
we got Ultimate Riser Dual Flare. It's the grade 2. Continuous Vanguard rearguard during your turn. If your front row has no stand rearguards, this unit gets 3k for each grade of your opponent's Vanguard. And then the other ability is Auto Rearguard. At the end of the battle, this unit attacked. Put this unit into your soul. Choose one of your Vanguards. It gets 5k for until the end of turn. If you have no face-up cards in your damage zone, countercharge 1. Again, I gotta reread the effect because I'm trying to translate.
It's okay. I'm having PTSD because I remember what these effects do.
So it's Vanguard Rearguard effect. If you have no withstanding rearguards, which means this is the last attack. 3k for each of your opponent's grade, which means at most it can get, if we're just doing normal circumstances, +9, which means it's a 18k attack on its own. It's not a bad number.
Yeah.
And then the other effect is just a counter charge by putting it
You
itself
also
into the
remember
soul.
this isn't a cell deck.
You're not wrong. Not to mention the second effect can give itself on Vanguard an extra 5k and a counter charge, which means overall it's a 23k attacker if the grade 2's on Vanguard. Now I'm mentioning a lot of grade 2 on Vanguard because the other effect.
Yes, exactly.
We have Ultimate Riser Mega Flare. Auto Vanguard. At the end of the battle, that your Riser rearguard attacked, cost Cannibalist 2 and rest this unit to stand this unit
And that unit.
and that unit. I don't know how the proper effect right here is written, but yes. So you basically you Cannibalist 2 to stand the rearguard and stand itself, who is
So you know that funny meme that you keep doing of standing and sitting and standing and sitting?
Yeah.
That's what this Vanguard's doing. It keeps standing and
not
rising,
wrong.
standing and rising.
I want to see why the interaction of it restanding, it resting itself, because you have to have it standing
So-
to pay the cost.
So it basically is saying you do that so you
Hold on,
can't
hold on.
attack with the Vanguard.
Keep that in mind. No, keep that in mind.
Okay.
Auto Vanguard at the end of the battle, this unit attacked. If your front row has no stand rearguards, Cannibalist 1 to choose a grade 2 riser from your soul, ride it as stand, and until the end of turn, choose and ride a grade 3 riser from your soul as rest. So basically, it's the time leap mechanic or the superior ride mechanic from deck just from soul, because you ride a grade 2 on top, you swing with it, and at the end of turn, you just re-ride the grade 3 and get an Excel marker.
Sorry, Eric, your deck went into another clan.
Again.
Yep. No, but the reason it says is that you have to rest it is because if you attack with the Vanguard and try to do all this stuff, your Vanguard's already rested, so you can't use the skill.
No,
so
unless you ride over FX Buster.
But it's basically their way of fixing it so that you can't,
Yeah, because you can't swing with Vanguard and do the effect.
Yeah.
So you have to rest your Vanguard and restand your Vanguard. So basically nothing happens.
Exactly.
I feel like they could have the rest of this unit taken it out and just said if your Vanguard is not standing, you can't pay the cost or something like that.
But my hate of Cat Butler is back again.
Oh yeah, because Cat Butler is, I forgot what this version of Cat Butler do.
It does restand, and I think it gives it power.
I mean, we should have probably had this
We
prepped.
should probably have this prep.
I know it works well with grade 2s, but it can also work with grade 3s. Yada, yada, yada. But overall, it's just not a bad effect. Like,
Yeah.
you swing with all your rearguards first. You swing in the Vanguard, get twin drive. Actually, you swing with all your rearguards first, and then you swing with the grade 2. You restand it because of the Vanguard's ability. You swing with the grade 2 again. You swing with the Vanguard. You counter blast another one. You re-ride and you swing with the grade 2. And depending on Cat Butler, you might swing with the grade 2 again and then re-ride the Vanguard. Jesus fucking Christ, this gets annoying.
You know what's even better? All this draw power you're going to get from this. You're going to get the Excel marker draw. You're going to get your drive check. And you're going to get your third drive check because you're not discarding anything. And then at the end of the turn, you're going to get another Excel marker.
Which is going to draw you another card.
Exactly. So you're getting like 5 cards off of just one attack.
I didn't want to write card buyer. I wanted to write Cat Butler. What the fuck?
Don't you love autocorrect?
Yep. All right. There we go. And it gave me the V series immediately. So Cat Butler. Auto rearguard. At the end of the battle that your Vanguard attack did not hit, Soul Blast 1, retire this unit, choose one of your units. It gets 3 kills until the end of the turn, and if that unit is a grade 2 or less Vanguard, stand it. So basically, when you ride from Soul to grade 2,
Yes.
if the opponent does not let that attack hit, the Cat Butler is going to say, no, one more time.
Yeah, and you can have multiple Cat Butlers, so
Yep.
have fun with that.
Fuck me.
It's literally Cat Butler Riser all over again.
Yeah, for people that don't know, I'll be facing against this with a special guest, so fuck me.
Have fun. You get to feel my pain.
I honestly am still debating what the fuck to play against him, so we'll figure that out later down the road. Anyway, we spent more than enough time on that one, so let's move on to your favorite clan.
Oh, yes. Eradicators. Oh, man, fun. So, starting with Eradicator, Demolition Dragon. Auto Vanguard Rearguard. At the end of the battle that it boosted or attacked, if the attack hit, draw a card, choose a card from your opponent's drop zone, and bind it. If you bound and this unit is on rearguard, put it into your soul.
I love how I did the whole effort of trying to translate the abbreviated effect into a proper effect as much as possible, and you just went forward and not cared.
All right, so basically, it's if you attack or boost with it and it hits, you get to draw a card, which is awesome, and you also get the card bind a card from their drop. If it's on rearguard, you put it into your soul.
Yeah. You do need to do the first ability to get to the second ability.
Yes. But it is Vanguard Rearguard, so...
Yeah. Oh, early game.
Yeah.
Sweet.
And then Eradicator, Spark Rain Dragon, continuous Vanguard Rearguard. During your turn, it gets power plus 1k for each of your opponent's bound cards. And then Auto Rearguard at the end of the battle that attack, Counterblast 1, bind all the front row rearguards in the same column as this unit, and then move all the back row rearguards in the same column to the front row.
I don't know if you guys can hear that, but we have a friend.
Cricket up there.
Yep.
But yeah, great fun with the Rising Phoenix because you can bind in combat.
Yup. And then the fuck.
And then, yeah, the big guy. Eradicator, Valiant Sword Dragon. This thing can be either really good or really bad, depending on how you look at it. Auto Vanguard. When your opponent's normal unit is bound from anywhere except the deck during your turn, your opponent searches their deck for up to 1 card with the same card name as that unit and binds it. You choose one of your rear guards or units, and it gets power plus 5 until the end of turn. If your opponent did not bind, it gets power plus 10 instead.
Yep, fuck that. And it's not once per turn.
Exactly. And then auto, when rode upon, call this card to a rear guard circle, choose a card from your opponent's drop zone for every 2 damage you have, and bind those cards.
So ultimately, if you do this properly, you can rewrite. If you persona ride, you basically with 4 damage bind 4 cards.
Oh, you're thinking small. You had to Descendant on this.
No, I know about the fucking... God, sir, I know about fucking Descendant. You get the ability, I know. I'm trying to do the simple version, the logical version, then the broken shit.
Oh, no. We go full.
Fucking damn
We
it.
go full tilt with this, man.
I do like the fact that this is very good mesh for Descendant in the sense of riding this, Descendant on top of this is an amazing finisher now.
Yes, because this
But-
will have its skill.
Exactly, but even just looking at Spark Rain Dragon, you know, the whole during your turn you get 1k for each card in your opponent's bind zone, and the whole just to have one first effect. Just having to ride Descendant on top of that if you don't have the other one, yeah, Descendant's getting fucking big now.
Yeah. You know, this is really, really, really fun in straight premium.
Look, we're not discussing premium.
Because
Premium
all
is a
you-
can of worms we don't want to open.
Because all you gotta do is do one of that premium collection stride that binds the cards from their drop in their hand. You get like what 8 binds off of it. You're gonna search your deck for 8 cards. You're gonna let me get 80k because I'm pretty sure Eric covered this before. That's hilarious.
40k because if they're gonna bind 8 cards, you're getting 40k.
Yes.
If they're gonna bind 4 cards, you're getting no. If they gotta bind, wait, hold on. No. When your opponent's normal unit is bound from you anyway, so you choose one of your units and gets 5k. So basically, if you bind 2, you get 5, which means yes. If you bind 8, you only get 20k. But if you bind 4 and they can't bind the extra 4, you're getting 40k. There's no 80k.
Fair.
Because you bind in the card, and then his effect says bind another one. So you bound 2 and gain 5. So 4 is 10, and then 8 is 20.
Oh, I'm saying if they don't choose anything from their deck.
Exactly, but you're still just binding 4 cards total, not the extra 8, because they're not binding anything from deck. Which means you're binding 4, so you're getting maximum 40.
But they're binding from hand too.
Well, then it's 16.
Oh, fair.
If you bind 4 cards on the board and 4 cards from hand, that's 8 cards total.
Yeah.
And if they don't get anything from deck, yes, it's 80. Or it's 40, and you bound 16 cards total.
Like we said, whole can of worms.
Hold up, I do need to read one more part of this card that I'm not sure of. You're normally bound for any except from deck during your turn. Your opponent searches deck for up to
Yes.
1. Okay, so it's a choice.
Yes.
Fuck yes.
It is a choice. But remember, the choice when you choose not to do things from your deck.
I don't fucking care. Sometimes you don't want to bind more.
You're fair. But they did put Cho-Oh as the reprint in here. So
I mean, Cho is unrestricted. That makes sense.
So
Fucking good card.
you're going to be putting all this power on a Cho-Oh that's going to restand.
Overall, it's a good card, but at the same time, they gave the opponent the control
Yes.
over it.
Also, binding cards from their deck isn't also a good option because it is normal
Deck
units.
fitting is deck winning.
So your opponent, you can say, yeah, sure, I'll take everything out of my deck and I'll put nothing but triggers left.
Anyway, moving on to more V cards because we're spending some time on them. We
Yes.
got to go Paladin. I'm actually liking these effects.
Yes.
We got first Fast Chase Liberator Josephus. Auto. When this unit is rode upon, you may look at the top card of your deck. If it's a unit card, you may call it to rearguard. And then the second ability is Auto Rearguard. When this unit is placed from deck, costs Soul Blast 1, Counter Charge 1, then Soul Blast 1 to draw 1.
So, get everything from Dendrain
Pretty much.
for twice the cost.
Yeah, but it's basically one of the yeah.
Yeah.
Overall, fuck yeah, it's an amazing card. Like
Exactly.
it replaces Dendrain overall.
And depending on your deck, you have all the soul. If you play this in Agravain, you got all the soul to play for it.
Yee. Anyway, we're moving on to Liberator of Royalty Fallon. Continuous rearguard during your turn. If you called a rearguard from your deck this turn, this unit gets 5k until the end of turn. And then auto Vanguard rearguard. When this unit attack hits a Vanguard, you may look at the top card of your deck. If it's a unit card, you may call it to rearguard. So it's basically just on hit pressure and a decent number. Not bad compared to other V cards we've seen, but not too shabby either.
Oh, wow, I haven't heard that in a while.
I know, right? I'm using it sparingly. And now we actually have the big boy himself, and oh boy, is this a good effect?
This is a really good
It's
card.
still an aggravating effect in the sense of you can get fucked, and we're gonna get the Chronos command sooner or later, and that's basically the same principle. But you know,
Okay,
aggravating players are already used
I'm
to
going to
it.
let you read this, and I'm going to tell you why it's not as bad as you think it is.
All right, and then I'll rebuttal. Bluish Flame Liberator Prominence Core. Act Vanguard once per turn, cost Cannabis 1 and retire a rearguard. Look at the top 4 cards of your deck, choose and call up to 2 unit cards from among them. Put the rest on the bottom of your deck in any order. If you have Bluish Flame, Liberator, Percival in your soul, you can choose and call up to 4 cards instead of 2. So basically, you build a board without wasting hand. And then Auto Vanguard, when your rearguard is placed during this turn until the end of turn, both that unit and this unit gets 3k until the end of turn. And if that rearguard is Oath, Liberator, Aglaville, and your opponent's Vanguard is grade 3 or greater, this unit's original critical becomes 2. All right, so where is this thing I'm missing?
So, normally, you don't want to call cards off the top of your deck if they're triggers. Because, like, triggers can't do much.
Yeah.
He fixes that.
What, makes triggers 8Ks instead of 5?
Yes, and on Excel, it makes them a 13, so it can hit a Vanguard. So, you can still actually hit with the trigger if you have to put them in Excel
Yes,
circles.
sir. This is assuming you wrote this and managed to get a Percival somehow to get another Excel. Because unless you put in the rearguards, the cards in the back row, you only got 2 Excel markers.
Yes.
And do you really want to waste 2 Excel markers on 13k pokes?
But getting the Percival is actually not as bad as you think it is because you have all the draws from the grade 1, and you also have the grade 3 Searcher.
Like, okay, granted, no, I honestly like his effect. I am describing the worst case scenario where you look at the top 4 cards and you see 4 triggers.
Yes.
Because I have way too many experiences with aggravating where I look at the top 7 or 6 cards and I see all nothing but triggers.
But at least the trigger is an 8k booster, so it's like a normal grade 1 booster.
Yeah, but it's still a trigger out of your deck. And look at it this way. I am talking about worst case scenario. Top 4 cards, look, it's 4 triggers. I can only call 2. Cool, I'm calling 8k boosters, and the other 2 triggers are going to the bottom of the deck.
Fair.
I just don't like those, look at a top card, call them, and then put them to the bottom.
But doesn't Percival search for Aquaville out of your deck?
Yes, but that means you have to hit Percival. So unless you have one prepped or you have a grade 3 Searcher, there's ways to, of course there's a way to fix it in Shuffle. Don't get me wrong, there's ways to fix it.
Yes.
It's just, I've played more than enough aggro to go like, look at 7 cards on top of the deck. That's nothing but triggers. What am I supposed to do with this?
I do like the interaction though, the way this is, because you can use Aglaville can put Percival into your soul, so you don't have to ride Percival first to get the the abilities off. That is very nice and how they kind of manage to.
Correct. So overall, I like him, but I got the little bit of grain of salt with those types of effects just because of aggravating. I still love fucking playing aggravating, which is like, I'm fucking masochistic at that point. Anyway, we're going to move on to some bunnies.
Oh, God. So Pale Moon, Amusing Bunny. Auto Vanguard. When placed, look at the top 7 cards of your deck. Choose a Beast Tamer from among them, reveal it, and put it to your hand shelf of your deck. If you add it, choose a card from your hand and put it into your soul. Then auto rearguard at the end of the battle this attacked or boosted. Choose a rearguard, you may put it into your soul.
Honestly, was not paying attention to the effect because they made no introduction, just straight to the effect. Like, have some personality.
I did. I said, Pale Moon, Amusing Bunny.
All right. What was the effect again? Beast Tamer.
You look at the top 7. In one place, you look at the top 7 for a Beast Tamer added to your hand.
Oh, so it's a fixer.
And then you put a card from your hand into your soul. And then at the end of the battle that it boosted or attacked, you can choose a rearguard and put it to your soul.
Or I'll just fucking good effect, and it's a bunny, and you do want bunnies that are in your soul on the board, and we'll see
yes.
why.
Yes. Bunny's Beast Tamer assistant.
Oh, she's a tamer.
Ooh, Chlorina. Grade 2, Auto Vanguard. When it attacks, you can put a card from your hand into your soul, choose a grade 2 or less card from your soul, and call it to rearguard. Didn't realize there's a multi-attack on grade Vanguard. That's interesting. Continuous Vanguard. If you have 3 or more total grade 1 bunny cards among units in your soul, it gets +1 drive.
It's also Vanguard ability.
Yep.
So it's Blaster Dark with a very easy ability to kind of do.
It's a Blaster Dart that's also called multi-attacks.
Now, I do need to point out, I think the way it's bunnies, it's like bunny in their card name and not bunny as an archetype.
Yes, so you
which
can use...
means you need specific cards that say bunny. So the grade 1 itself, and there's a lot of other cards of bunnies, but not many.
I think the grade 2 also counts too, itself.
Yeah, it does count itself. Like
Yes.
you just need bunny among your unit cards in your soul. I don't think it says different. Maybe it says, maybe it doesn't. But overall, there's not many bunnies, and they're not all that good.
Exactly. But, you know, if you get the whole Infinity Gauntlet with this thing, you can get some really fun effects like this.
Fuck.
Bunny's Beast Tamer. Telipes. Act. Vanguard. Once per turn, counterblast 1. Put 2 cards from your hand into your soul. Choose up to 2 grade 2 or less cards from your soul and call them to rearguard. And call them. But yeah, rearguard.
Yep.
Then choose one of your Beast Tamer front rows in your front row. But the different card name from this unit in that circle becomes a Vanguard circle.
Fuck.
And then continuous Vanguard during your turn. All of your front row units get power plus 1k for each grade 1 bunny in your soul.
Fuck.
So you're getting triple drive on grade 2, and then you're getting.
I'm starting to realize how fucking broken this is.
Yeah,
shit.
You're getting so much hand advantage.
You have like during your turn, all your front row units get 1k for each of your grade 1 bunny units card in your bunny units or cards in your. Oh my god! I really hope this is a mistranslation. It says different card names, because there's this grade 1 bunny we have, and I see 2 more grade 1 bunny that are getting reprinted.
Yes.
Which means in a perfect world, that's 12. 1k.
Yeah, 1k.
Oh, I thought it was 10k.
No.
Holy shit!
It's not that broken.
All right, never mind. 12k to the front row, that's manageable.
But still, though, the fact that you're probably going to have multi-attacking a twin drive at grade 2, and you're going to have quad drive at probably multi-attacking at grade 3.
What do you mean quad drive? It's so you can call a Golden Beast Tamer. You can have 4 drive checks.
So it's like quad drive.
Oh, sorry. For some reason, quad and triple drive in my head mixed up. My bad.
You're good. But yes, you can have all the drive checks.
Yeah. Good sir. The grade 2 is a Beast Tamer as well. Bunny Beast is a Tamer, yeah.
Yes.
You don't even have to have the other Beast Tamers. You can just have her.
Yeah, and it becomes a Vanguard circle, so you can use its effects, so it gets an extra drive check, so it becomes twin drive, and it also gets a card from your soul out, so it gives you more multi-attack.
Yep.
Fun fix.
Yay! Fuck me again, because we're going to have like a special guest, yada, yada, yada. Moving on. We got Eric's favorite clan to finish it off, of course.
Yep.
What better way to finish the week off in V-Time than talking about, Vanguard Insiders babies. And I got to say immediately, grade 1 and 2, fucking amazing. They're going to be very good additions to both the Jet deck and the Chrono Fang deck.
Grade 1 especially for Fang.
Yup. Chronos Command could have been better. Anyway, what am I talking about? I'm talking about Steam Scar GG. Auto when this card is discarded from hand during your turn, you may call this card to rearguard as rest. So we've seen this effect multiple times. Nothing special, but it's good to have more of them.
Exactly.
This is why you're a fucking runner. Auto rearguard. When your grade 3 or greater Vanguard attack, Soul Blast 1, retire this unit, draw a card, and your Vanguard gets 5k until the end of battle. Fuck.
Man, all the hand and Chrono thing.
So you ditch her to plus in whatever form you want in Gear Chronicle, and then when your Vanguard swings, you Soul Blast 1 to draw a card off of her. So you're basically replacing her overall, and you're giving the Vanguard 5k, which in Fang is not bad. More power is more power whenever you're minusing 5k to their shield.
But the fun fact about this is it says when your Vanguard attacks, which means it can trigger at the same time as Fang's ability.
Yeah, what did I just say? It's nice in Fang because it gains power when they're negating shield.
Oh, I was talking about the draw effect. You can draw afterwards, after Fang resolves, so you don't have to worry about you getting out your hand down.
Self-explanatory.
Fang.
But yeah, she's overall a good card. And then in the Jet deck is just like, more power on Jet than the Guard Restrict.
Yes.
Then we go to the grade 2, Steam Knight Calibum. I also want to point out before I talk about Calibum's ability, I have not seen Eric's video yet, so this is with no information from him. I'm going to watch that later and prep. Yes, I said prep.
Have fun with that.
Yep. Auto rearguard. In the battle that this unit attacked. Counterblast 1, bind this unit to choose one of either player's rearguards, put it on the bottom of that fighter's deck. And if you put a grade 2 or greater card on the bottom of the deck, choose up to one normal unit from your drop with the card's grade -1 and add it to your hand. If you put a grade 1 or less unit to the bottom of your deck, you draw a card and countercharge 1. So basically, if you put a grade 1 or less unit, this is a weird effect because I like it.
So I'm not even gonna try to do the justice of how I feel the combos are with this deck. Go watch Eric's video on Vanguard Insider. He does it complete justice.
There you go. He'll do the combos justice. I'm gonna just give the opinion on the card. So overall, it just kills something, gets itself away, which is also a really good card for Mystery Flare, mind you. But overall, it's like field removal, and you get a card back to your hand. And if you get a grade 1, if you put a grade 1 to the bottom of the deck, you get a trigger back to your hand, and you draw, and you counter charge. Good sir. If you put a grade 1 or less on the bottom of the deck, you draw a card counter charge. So you get a grade 0 because it gets grade -1. Wait, hold up.
No, you either get a grade 2. You can put a grade 2 or plus to the bottom.
I think there's a mistranslation in here. Because if you put... Okay, no, I'm right. Because choose one of either player's units put on the bottom of the fighter's deck. So you choose a unit. If it's a grade 2 or greater, you choose a normal unit and you add it to your hand. If grade -1. But if it's a grade 1 or less, you cannot charge and draw.
Yes.
So you either get control over what you want back in your hand, probably a PG if you put a grade 2 or PG. There's no grade 1 PGs in Vimium that people run.
No. But
what I want to say is you either have a control in what you're putting to your hand, or you're getting a random card in your hand and you're counter charging. I'd rather go for the counter charge.
Go watch Eric's video. You'll understand how amazing this card is.
I'll watch it later. Anyway, these two cards are fucking amazing. And then you got Chronos Command, which is not bad, but could have been better. It's a grade 4 Interdimensional Dragon Chronos Command Dragon. Auto Vanguard, when placed, can +1, soul +1, and discard a card from your hand to put all of your rear guards on the bottom of your deck in any order. Then look at the top 5 cards of your deck, call any number of them to rear guard, and then shuffle your deck. It's basically just a field replacer and a deck thinner, depending on. Then the other ability is Auto Vanguard. When this unit attack hits a Vanguard, you choose your opponent puts all of their rear guards on the bottom of the deck in any order. So it's a board wipe.
There's only one use case for this card in V Premium, and that's if you're going first.
Yeah, but
and you have like a very bad hand, you can just make a decent board from something.
I do like it because now you have options. You either go into Time Leaper and you just multi-attack, or if you don't have a good hand, you just do this and you plus to the board.
Exactly.
So overall, I like his effect, but again, the same reason why I don't like the Bluish Flame, why I hate Aggravating's effect, even though I play him a lot.
This one's worse.
Yeah, you look at top 5 and you get to choose any number, sure, but if you see 5 rear guards, it's like, what the fuck, 5 triggers, or it's like, what the fuck am I gonna do?
And the worst part about this is a counterblast, a soul blast, and a discard.
Yeah, so if you don't call anything because there's nothing but rear guards, you're just like, all right, I minus for nothing. Not to mention, you already got a discard to get it on Vanguard anyway.
Yeah, so you're discarding 2 to do this. Like I said, you have to know you have like a lot of triggers in hand or like a very bad hand.
On the bright side, unlike the Bluish Flame cards, it does shuffle the deck, so even if you do get screwed, at least you're not putting them away where you're not going to see them.
Fair.
Overall, Chronos Command, not bad. I do love the grade 1 and grade 2. I already have great ideas for the Fang deck, and then, like I said, I'll watch Eric's video and see his opinions, and I'll know what to expect.
And I'm looking forward to Eric's video, spoiler alert, to his premium deck list for this.
You know what's the best part? If timey-wimey shit happens, this video is coming out on Sunday. I've already recorded the video with Eric because it's technically happening tomorrow of this recording. And so it's like we're doing the time lapse shit.
Wait, so this is coming out Sunday?
This is coming out Sunday, and I'm recording with Eric on Saturday. Yes.
So if you want to know why this is possibly good, go check out his premium deck list he's making with this, because he's making one Sunday.
Oh yeah. There we go. Anyway, Eric, that was a fun game, wasn't it?
Jesus. All right.
I'm really hoping no technical difficulties happen. Anyway, if you like all the cards we just mentioned, go check out Triple Sleeve TCG.
They got great deals on singles, clan splits, and even cases, so go check out their website.
Link will be in the description. So yeah, spoilers a little bit on recording that. There's really not many Vanguard news to talk about. Everything's going smoothly. We started Boosted 3. We're going to get a start deck after it. Shaman King is around the corner, so we must see the reels for that. We're about to finish V Premium because I think we got Link Joker and Aquaforce left. And next week is Great Natures, yada yada yada.
Tomorrow's Great Nature.
Sir, there is no tomorrow.
Sorry,
Monday.
Monday is, and then Tuesday we have Raging Form.
Exactly. So we're gonna see interesting art. On the topic of Vimium, real quick, as you probably noticed, the videos of those plays. Thank you for all the YouTubers that are doing the collab. Are not coming as fast as the reveals. That is because life is being a bitch. A lot of shit's been happening. The background is already apparent because of that. But there's also other things that's happening. So it's editing, getting in touch, making sure we record, yada, yada, yada. I want to do a special shout out to any YouTuber that is doing the collabs or did the collabs with us that's watching this video. Thank you again. You guys are amazing, and it's always fun to play with you and do all this. So hopefully we can do more in the future. Eric, the game yesterday, or technically tomorrow, however you want to time leave this, it was fun. I'm hoping it was fun. But yeah, overall, we'll see. To kind of put a schedule out there, yesterday or tomorrow, during the recording with Eric, the video of Bermuda is going to drop with my good friend Alphonsus. And then after that, we got Grand Blue with Cole. And then after that, God knows what.
Yeah, you guys watching this video, get a little sneak peek. of
Exactly.
their schedule.
See, I like I usually want to save these spoilers. So whenever the video comes up, but I know there's not a lot of people that stick around all the way to the end. So this is perfect for those few that have stuck around.
It's what do you call it? Victory trophy.
Correct. Okay, I think I need to stop praying.
Yes.
Anyway, we're gonna end this episode here, 117, I think it is. It's been a fun episode with a lot of good stuff. We're gonna just keep going, trucking, yada yada yada. Life has been good. Don't get me wrong about the whole. It's been crazy. It's been actually good, not bad crazy.
It's just been eventful.
Exactly. God, I can't wait for October. Anywho, if you like the video, please leave a like, share with your friends, comment down below what you honestly think Raging Form is gonna do.
You already know what Raging Form.
Well, yeah, but how good? Because we kind of knew what the Eradicator stuff was gonna do, but you know the whole more bind kind of threw us for a loop.
I honestly think it's. I don't want it to be this way, but I have a feeling it's going to be this way. It might turn into another Luar 2.0.
Cool. Anyway, if you like what we do here, subscribe to the channel, ring that bell to get notified. Otherwise, follow us on Facebook, join our Discord, and watch us on Twitch whenever we fucking stream. But with that, I've been Philip.
This is Alex.
Mr. Personality, yeah. And we'll see you in the next one.
Goodbye.
Woo! That's how you do it. Gonna train you up, boy.